reality. Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cinema Heads. Got most of the crew with us here today. Of course, I'm JP. This is
Matt.
Adrian.
John.
and we are here today for a review of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, boy.
So, just to start off, of course, this movie is about the history of Queen, basically, and Freddie Mercury. To me, this movie kind of played out more like a highlight reel of their career. So it was kind of like hit all their major points, like their major hit songs, and of course the big Live Aid concert at the end, which was in the preview for the movie and stuff like that. But to me, that's basically what it was, is a big highlight reel of their full career, and a summary of it, which I thought was really good. I thought it was done really well. Personally, I went and saw it in the big Dolby Digital theater with the huge screen,
Jealous.
the really good sound quality, and it was really, really good.
I'm
So,
super jealous.
I don't know, you guys went and saw it in the normal movie theater? How did it come out there?
Yeah, Adrian and I went to the Cinemark in the normal theater, and it was still amazing. You still get all your feelings and your feels all tied up into it, and it still sounded really good. But I bet you had a way better experience, jerk.
Alright, so we're going to go over the actors and actresses from the film. First off, of course, we have Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury. We have Willem Lee, who played Brian May. Ben Hardy, who played Roger Taylor. Joseph Mazzello, who played John Deacon. And of course, we had Mary Austin, played by Lucy Boynton.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
And then Paul Pretner, who was played by Alan Leach.
Oh, there was a special little cameo too. Mike Myers is in this movie.
Yeah, it was hard to tell that was
It
him.
was so weird.
It was very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Didn't look like him at all.
No. And then, of course, the movie was directed by Bryan Singer.
Crazy to even think.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who
He
would've
made
thought?
crappy X-Men movies.
Yeah, seriously.
Alright, so the movie only got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it got like a 97% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's what the rating it got. The good thing, though, is that the movie, in the first 2 days of openings, already made $50 million.
Yeah.
And that's not even the full weekend, so it's going to be doing really well in the box office. So, first thing to start off, Adrian, what did you think about the acting in the film?
Man, is it Rami? Rami Malek?
Rami Malek, yeah.
Man, this performance. I mean, he's been. So some of the other movies I know for a fact he was in Twilight Part 4, I think. He's in Mr. Robot. That's a TV show. This seems like one of those roles where you look back and you're like, that dude was like meant. He was like born to play this role. Like, he was amazing. All the other actors and actresses were good, but the guy who plays Freddie Mercury, oh man. I mean, I would kind of be surprised if he doesn't get at least an Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
I really would be surprised if he doesn't even get the Oscar nod. Because he was just, he looked just like him. He acted just like him on stage when they did all the big scenes, all the music scenes. He was just amazing. The teeth in the front, like, he just played off so well. And just like, congrats to him, because this is going to be a career-defining role for him, I think.
Well, yeah, this could definitely make his career just skyrocket. And
Oh,
take
yeah.
off. I mean, people are gonna be looking at him in a different light now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I hope to see him in a lot. I know he has a lot of other movies coming up, but I'm excited. I've always liked him, so it was like really great to see him in this role, especially since is it Sacha Cohen, who's the guy who plays Bruno, and
Yeah.
he apparently was linked to this role, and. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that guy's not a bad actor either, but nah, man.
No,
This
I mean,
guy.
in the serious movies that Sacha Baron Cohen does,
He's not bad.
actually not a bad actor.
Yeah, he's
but
good.
I agree with you. Rami Malek was made for this. He made the movie, honestly. Like,
Totally agree. Totally agree.
He did some good stuff in that movie.
So, Jonathan, what did you think about the other actors in the movie? How did they do, the band and everybody else?
I thought everyone did really good. The guy that played Paul, like, as the course of the movie went, you know, you end up hating this guy, and that's what the movie's supposed to do. That guy was, I wanted to smack him.
What a turd
Want
nugget
to
he
fight
was.
that guy.
Yeah, and then, you know, Freddie's defending him, and they're going off each other. And the rest of the band, you know, you could just feel the tension when you're watching it. You can just feel it in the theater. So I think everyone did really great.
All right, so Matt, when I was reading a lot of the comments about the movie and the critic reviews, a lot of them complained about how the storyline wasn't in depth enough, or how it didn't get too involved with Freddie Mercury as a character and didn't delve deep enough. How do you think the movie did as far as that goes?
It did move pretty quick. That's the only real complaint I would have about it, is it moved really, really fast. It didn't really have much of a backstory, but how much more of a backstory would you need? They've been out for 40 plus years. It's 25 years that they had to try to put into one video by the time the Live Aid came out. You know, it was 25 years of great things that had to happen. I mean, how much more would you need of a backstory?
And the movie is still over 2 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, the movie's still long.
Yeah.
It moves quick through some of the parts, like when they're first getting together and how quickly that goes. You barely see anything from there, and you know, there's parts where you're just like, well, I'd like to know more, but I mean, like I said, it's Queen. They've been around for so many years.
Right.
You should already know.
Well, and to me, like, to go off of what you said, like I said earlier, it's kind of like a highlight reel of their career, like their highs and lows and things that they went through. But it doesn't go super in depth. But the movie kind of gives you that awareness, so that way, if you want to do the research, you can do the research on the band.
And you still, and during it, you still get to learn a lot of stuff. There's no way you could have known. Like there's, I mean, he was from India. I really didn't know he was from India. I know he wasn't from America, but I didn't know he was from India. I know that he was, you know, he was a boxer. There's a lot of stuff, and how low he got and how lonely he was, you know. And there's stuff you just see in that movie that, dare I say, it's a tearjerker, because it was a tearjerker.
Dare I say.
Half the time I cried. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that movie, even in that short period of time, or even how quick it moved. You still learn quite a bit from it. There's still a lot in that movie for you to enjoy.
Definitely, I agree. So, of course, Queen, one of the biggest rock bands ever. So my next question would be, Jonathan, how do you think they portrayed the music and the performances in the film?
Oh, I thought they did very well. Like the end part of the movie where they're at the concert and they go through like 3 songs. It was constant chills going through my body.
Well, they almost put their entire 20-minute set into the end of the movie.
Wow.
And that was awesome. The music, how they put it in, and how they showed little bits of how they created it, all that, I just kept getting chills.
I mean, that alone, to me, that last 30 minutes of the movie, 20, 30 minutes, that alone is worth paying to go see.
Oh, yeah,
like,
most definitely.
The crazy part of that is I think Rami was on Jimmy Kimmel, and apparently, like, when they first started shooting that last scene, they shot that first. So that was the first thing shot, to start off the whole shooting for the movie. So that's crazy that they did that first, and how amazing, like, it was just amazing.
The craziest one to me was the concert in Rio, where he just shows her on TV, where he's talking to his wife at that point. He shows her on TV, and right before he started singing, that whole crowd started singing.
Oh, yeah.
But somehow they put Robbie, like, it was him into that whole video, but it looked like a live video of what was happening. It was all amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing how it just meshed together.
They shot that
together.
perfect.
Yeah, it was nice. Cause it was, like I said, it was Robbie, or it was Freddie Mercury, you know, the guy who plays him. It was him in that video, but, you know, he wasn't there in real life, but it just all meshed really well. It was really good.
And like Jonathan said, it like, there's not very movies that do that, but that last part, it did give me chills. Like, legit give me chills. It was amazing.
All right, so one last thing. Of course, we have to talk about Bryan Singer, because none of us are really a big fan of him or his movies.
No.
Yeah.
But Adrian, how did you feel that Bryan Singer did with this movie?
He did. I have to, give him his props. He did an amazing job of directing this movie. Like, I don't know if I just didn't pay attention to the commercials where it said it like he was directing it, but when I found out that he did after the fact, I was like, holy crap, because a lot of his other movies to me suck. His recent ones. I think in the beginning of his career, he had a couple of good ones, but his X-Men movies and all that are just crap. So I'm glad I didn't see that he directed the movie first, because I probably would have been like, oh no. But yeah, man, gotta give him his props. He did really well putting everything together, and it was a great movie.
The scary thing about it is when you see his name attached to something, you're like, how can he screw it up? Is he gonna screw it up? So as you go into this movie, if you know anything about your directors and you think about Bryan Singer, you're gonna go into this movie going, he's gonna screw something up. He's gonna jack something up. Something's gonna go wrong. Wolverine's gonna pop out and be Freddie Mercury's brother. Who knows what's gonna happen? But none of that happens. And like Adrian says, to piggyback off what he said, it was really good. Everything that he put together, how he put it together, how he showcased a lot of the older scenes into the newer scenes, and how he showcased, it was really good directing. He did pretty good on this. This whole movie, if it does not at least get an Oscar nod, then the Oscars are just complete and total crap and nobody cares about them.
All right, so with that, we'll just go over final thoughts and ratings. Let's go ahead and start with Jonathan. What'd you think, man?
That movie was... I can't even come up with the words to say it, because it's been such a long time since I've seen a movie done like that.
Mm-hmm.
But just amazing. Just an amazing movie. Constant chills. Thumbs up.
What's your rating?
What's your rating?
My rating?
Yeah.
I give it a 10.
10?
I give it a 10, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10 as well. I knew it would be good. I think we all thought it looked really great, but after watching, I was like, wow, it really kind of blew me away. I really wanted to do good at the box office, so if anyone hasn't seen it, definitely go check it out. Whether you're familiar with Queen or not, it's still an amazing movie, and you learn something every day. So watching this, you definitely get to learn something new. If you haven't listened to their music, go listen to their music. The music is amazing. But again, I just want to congratulate Rami Malek. Rami Malek. I apologize.
Don't feel bad. I said Randy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but congratulations to you. You're amazing. That was amazing.
Matt?
There's no way not to give it a 10. As soon as you walk into the theater, even knowing if you know everything about Queen, you still have those chills throughout the entire movie. Every scene that I watched, everything that they portrayed, every little bit that you just saw on that screen just gave you chills, made you feel like you wanted to be a part of it, like you wanted to go back in time and try to save Freddie Mercury or something, to do something, because his life is and we talk about a lot. We lose a lot of great legends, but his life was lost very early, and he's a huge legend to lose. I mean, just everything he did for rock and roll and everything he did for that band, just in general, was amazing. And he was such an amazing person. It was a huge loss. Right now, he'd be around 70, still touring with the band instead of Adam Lambert doing it, but. This is such an amazing movie. Chills from beginning to end. Of course, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. And I'd almost... No, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to kick Teen Titans Go out of the top spot for best movies in 2018. I'll put Bohemian Rhapsody up there, man, because that's how good it was.
I would put it in the top 5 of the year so far, too, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so obviously I'm a big Queen fan. I love the movie. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
That's a straight
Across
perfect
the
record.
board. Wow. That's the first time we've ever had that.
That is the first time.
But the movie was great, and I would definitely suggest pay a little bit extra to see it in a big theater
Yeah, that's a good
big
point.
sound, because it's definitely worth it. And but it can't be said enough. Rami Malek, he was amazing.
Congratulations.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man.
All right, with that.
And of course, this has been Cinema Heads, the reviews you didn't know you needed, but you wanted deep in your soul. Now, if you go out and watch this movie, which everybody should, it's a great movie, like we all said. And like always, give us that thumbs up. And one more thing we need you guys to start doing, a big, big, big help to us would be sharing these videos with your friends and family. We are now at 69 subscribers. We are moving up the records. We even have one video with over 2,000 views. That's amazing. We're doing big things, and we love doing it for you guys. We love coming here every day. This is my family, just like it was Freddie Mercury's family, and we love putting these videos out for you. And of course, this video is Scalaboosh, Scalaboosh. This video's boom done, thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening me. It's a done, it's a done, it's a done, it's a done, boom done. Scalaboosh, Scalaboosh. This video's boom done, thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening me. It's a done, it's a done, it's a done, it's a done, boom done.